All right, welcome back, guys. We've got day 2 breakdown now for the Highlander Performance Male Fitness Testing System. I'm Connor, the personal trainer, and I'm going to run you through the whole thing. So, day 1, yesterday you tested your 500-meter row as well as your push-ups. So your quads might be a little bit sore, but they shouldn't be too bad. If you haven't been rowing recently and you went too hard, you'll be feeling it a little bit. And that's going to show up on your max Bulgarian split squat test. So that'll just be a lesson learned for 3 to 6 months down the road when we come back and test how much you've improved. So the first test today is going to be max chin-ups for repetitions. So we're not going to be adding any weight. We just want to see how many bodyweight chin-ups can you do. We're going to go palm in grip. So we're going to go palms facing you, which is the chin-up grip, as opposed to palms out, which is the pull-up grip. There's also sometimes a neutral grip. If for some reason you feel any pain or irritation in your elbows or shoulders with a palm in grip, go neutral instead if possible. And you should be able to get a relatively good carryover in the test while getting something that's a little more comfortable for your body. And this goes just a disclaimer for all of the tests when you are testing. If something hurts or if something is irritating a joint or something like that, just skip the test and move on and let me know the details of what happened. Because we may need to work on some mobility, or you may have a pre-existing injury or condition that we need to deal with, and working through joint pain is never smart. If your muscles burn, that's fine. It's going to be hard. We're fitness testing. We're testing limits a little bit. But if you feel anything in the joints ever, or if it ever feels abnormal or a little too much, then just stop, skip it, and let me know. Don't push through it. That's a good way to get yourself injured and not be able to train for months, and you'll end up just backsliding in a big way. Getting really fit repeatedly is stupid. You want to get fit once and then stay there. And the way you do that is by not working through unnecessary pain and by not going out too hard when you haven't built up to it. So all that aside, max chin-ups for reps. We've got our grip figured out. Now what you're going to do is if you can do more than 10 chin-ups, I want you to do 5 reps, then 3 reps, and then go for your max with a 3 to 5 minute rest between each set. And if you can do less than 5 chin-ups, I want you to just do 3, 2, and then go for your max again with a 3-minute rest in between. If you're not even sure if you can do 1, then do some lat pull downs with 50% of your body weight or less, and do 6 reps, 3 reps, and then see if you can get a single chin-up. So just for an example, if you're 180 pounds, do 6 reps with 90 pounds on the lat pull down, then do 3 reps with 90, then go over to the chin-up bar and give it a go. And always rest at least 3 minutes between sets. Might seem like a long time. The fitness testing week is 1 week where you can play on your phone in between sets or have someone to chat with, whatever, listen to podcasts, audiobooks. I personally prefer to listen to an audiobook or a podcast on my 3-minute rests, and then have some kind of intense music ready for my max efforts on Spotify. And I'll just flip over, put on the intense music, get in the zone, do my thing, and then right back to the podcast to kind of occupy my mind for those 3 to 5 minutes. And I always walk around and stay on my feet as well, just so I can let all the waste products from the work I'm doing kind of just clear my system. So we've done our max chin-ups. When we do those, I want to see full lockout at the bottom and then all the way to the top. If you can't do full lockout at the bottom, do whatever range you can do. But this is for the people who can only do like 1 rep. If you can do 5 or 10 reps, I don't care if you can only do 2 with elbows locked out. Do them locked out, no excuses. I have 0 tolerance for anything else. If you can only do 1 and you can't do elbows locked out, but you can do kind of like a half chin, then you are the person who gets to do less than full range. But we are going to fix that. That's going to be a big priority. Just right now, I'd rather you do partial range and see how many you can do than not do them at all. But again, if you can do more than like 2 chin-ups, full range only, even if it hurts your ego, I'm not here to, help you feel good about your ego. I'm here to find out exactly where you're at and then take your performance to a new level. And to do that, we need it to be objective and we need those elbows to lock out on every single rep. So you're going to do your chin-ups, then you're going to rest 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to do Bulgarian split squats. Now, this one, there's a big stretch in the muscle. And whenever there's a big stretch in the muscle and a lot of range of motion, you get a much higher level of soreness after doing it. So if you haven't been doing a lot of lunging or a lot of Bulgarian split squats in the month leading up to this test, I don't want you to go to a true max. I just want you to go to where you're starting to feel the burn. And as soon as you do a set where it's starting to burn and you're starting to feel like you're working hard, I want you to stop. If you don't, you will be so sore for the next anywhere from 3 to 5 days that it's going to seriously affect the rest of your testing. If you have been doing Bulgarian split squats or a lot of lunges at least twice a week for 3 or more weeks leading up to this, then you can test your max. But otherwise, I just want you to find where it burns a bit and you're feeling some effort, and then stop. And then we're going to get you to do them, and then in 3 to 6 months' time, we'll come back and retest the true max. But again, if you don't listen to me and you ignore me, and you actually push too hard on this, you will be so trashed, it's going to affect the rest of your testing, and you're not going to have a fun next few days. So be very careful with the Bulgarian split squats. We're going to test both sides. I recommend doing body weight, doing about 5 reps of body weight on each leg. And then we're going to do about 3 reps with a light weight. And then if you have been doing these regularly and you think you can do like 150 pounds, I want you to add 10 to 20% and just do 1 to 2 reps on each side. So say you started off with no weight and then you did 20 pound, or say you just did a 45 pound barbell. So you've got the 45 pound barbell on your back. You're going to do your reps. So you've done 45 now and it felt easy. You think you can go up to like 150. I want you to add about 20 to 30% to the weight each time. So you're going to add about, go from 45 to 55, 60-ish. Go from 60, 65 to 75, 80. Go from 80 to 100, and then you can go in 20-pound jumps. So start with a few 10-pound jumps. Once the leg feel warm, start adding by about 20-pound jumps until you find your limit. If you're just building up, then just, take it real easy. And again, I can't tell you enough, be super cautious with these. If you haven't been doing them recently, you only need to do 3 or 4 sets to find what you feel like is a good, just outside of your comfort zone level. And if you've been doing them a lot, it could take anywhere from 5 to 8 sets of 2 to 3 reps each time to build up to where you feel like you're at a true max. And again, you don't have to do a 1 rep max. 2 or 3 rep max is perfectly suitable as well, especially if you haven't been doing them as often. By doing the 1 rep max, you're just going to risk injury. If you do the 2 to 3 rep max, then we can just Google 1 rep max calculator, Bulgarian split squat, and you'll be able to calculate what your 1 rep max would be based on your 2 or 3 rep max. So that's Bulgarian split squats. Then we're going to rest to 5 full minutes. The third thing we're going to do is going to be a max plank for time. So here we're going to do about a 20-second plank, then a 10-second plank. Again, resting 3 minutes between everything, and then hold it for as long as you can. We are going to be doing a high plank, so the arms are going to be straight, not on the elbows. If it hurts your wrist, go on the knuckles for your plank. The reason we do this is it's going to carry over better to push-ups, which is one of our other tests. So the system is built to fit together nicely so that different movements are complementing other ones and helping you perform better across the board. So we're going to do a high plank. Now, if it bothers your shoulders or something, an elbow plank is more comfortable, that's fine. But I really encourage you to do it unless there's like an injury reason or a pain reason not to do it. You're just going to hold it as long as you can. If your hips are sagging excessively, the test is over. They should be level with your body. A good thing to do is set yourself up next to a mirror. So you're in your plank here. Hand plank. I'm in my plank, and you can look over and see in the mirror, is your back starting to sag or is it level? It should be level with your shoulders. So we're here, and then your legs should taper off at an angle. So we're flat and then tapering off here. And you're going to hold that for as long as you possibly can. You will shake, that's fine. On this one, no matter where you're at, you can hold it for a pretty long time, and it shouldn't wreck you too much. And then to finish, we're going to do a lat prayer stretch where you're going to put your elbows on the end of a bench. You're going to be facing the floor, hands together, and then stretch out. And it's just going to open up all through here, which is just going to help when you've been doing max chin-ups and using your lats a lot. And that's just going to help open you up a little bit. And then we're also going to do a 2-minute couch stretch on each side, just to open the hips up because, again, we're doing a lot of wear and tear with the Bulgarians. That is day 2. That's how it's going to go down. If you do have any other questions or anything, get in touch. You know how to contact me. One last time, I'll just say it again. If you haven't been doing Bulgarians, don't test your max. Just find where it hurts a little bit and then stop. You'll still be sore enough from that. And other than that, Good luck on your fitness testing, and be smart. But if you've been doing it regularly, push those limits. All right, we'll talk soon, guys.